Wow, everyone, look at how beautiful it is. Well, look at how pretty this is. That is a big Spanish cracker. Wow, look at that Chapola right there. Wow, everybody, look at that. That sounded hollow. Ah, that's because it's fake. It's not even real. Oh, it still looks cool though. And that's why we're gonna make some today. Welcome back, everyone, to another firework demo today. Where in this episode, we're going to be looking at some fake fireworks. These do absolutely nothing and are completely hollow, as you guys can see. If I were to lift up the heading on this strobe rocket, it's just saran wrap right here. And the tube to propel it is just simply a can. What makes this great, everyone, is as long as your devices are completely inert, you can make as many homemade fireworks as you want. Now, I must put the disclaimer up. If you are going to do this, make sure you just don't draw attention, as this is only something you are going to understand and be happy with. That being said, you can make as many fireworks as you want. Just be sure that they are completely fake and do not have any explosive content. I'm going to show you step by step how to create some inert, energetic-free firework decorations that you can make at home 100% legally with almost no cost, since a lot of these are just recycle type items right here. Now, obviously, depending on the type of tie down you want to use, you can use some nice little beautiful ribbon here, or if you want to go really authentic, you can even use some Italy grade bamboo string right here. Now, everyone, to build the first firework, this is going to be what is known as a Chapola. It is an Italian cracker, which I believe translates to onion in Italy. They are very loud firecrackers. I know Oftler likes to demo them all the time, but I recommend right here just grabbing an ordinary cereal box, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get it open just like so, since all I really want is the cardboard. This will work super great for the decoration, and we can go ahead and just start cutting it along the corner just like so. So now what I have here is some pretty plain cardboard. As you can see, it's pretty flexible. I can bend it around real easily. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it right where one of these edges are, right here where it seals together, and just go all the way down it like this. Yeah, that is going to definitely come in handy later. Now, as you can see, as I'm bending it around here, you guys could probably already tell, I've got a super big cylindrical canopy, but I think mine is just a little too tall, so I'm gonna go ahead and snip off this edge right here. And I maybe want mine to be, I don't know, this size right here. There's quite some wind outside, so I do apologize for that. And you'll see that the tab kind of runs along right here. Now, if you're a real firework builder, you will know that tape is just absolutely not what you're supposed to do. But because these are just decorations, guys, you can go far and wide with how you want to do this. Another piece of tape right at the top, adjacent to the other one right here for perfect measure. Now what we've got here is just a really basic cardboard cylinder. Yeah, this is like probably the ugliest thing I've ever made. But remember, we're not actually building real stuff today. For this next part, it might be easy if you trace along the cardboard right here where you want to cut the circle out at, but I'm going to be super careful and just get myself a nice little square that's roughly the same side length as the diameter of the circle. So now that we have our two squares, let's just verify that, we can make an actual plug with them just like so. Go ahead and I'll just double check the other one to be sure. And it looks like they're the right size. Now I'll go ahead and I'll trim off the corners of the square. Remember, everyone, it does not have to be perfect by any means. You can see that right here, after just some cutting, we can try to get ourselves a perfect circle that we're going to end up making the bottom of this casing. Now we're almost there, but just to perfect it, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting around the edges just some more to make sure that it fits. Well, everyone, this looks like it'll be essentially very close to the right size, so I'm going to cut the other one identically to it. I'm just going to take some of that cereal box cardboard from earlier. I'm going to make myself a nice little paper tube just like this. Remember, everyone, these are just props, so they don't have to be perfect. Now, if you're at this stage in the process, you should have something that looks kind of like this. And this is perfect. You're almost done. Yeah, and there we go. Now we have really just solidified this piece of cardboard in place with some tape. Now for this, everyone, I kind of just chose some brown paper. This is just a very simple grocery bag right here. It is just brown paper that we're going to use to just go around this and solidify it up. Now, if the top is too high in the Chapola, you can go ahead and just take the scissors and cut some of it away. Now, this obviously shouldn't really be too much paper that I have to get rid of. I think just about that much is good right there. There we go. This is already looking pretty good right here. It totally reminds me of the days of building fireworks. Now for this next part, everyone, you can use fuse if you desire to. Now since these props right here are completely inert and don't have anything in them, if you get any questions, these are just firework props, so I'm not too worried about using real fuse right here. I mean, just look at how cool that is. You can see it's pretty unfinished, but guys, it totally gives the effect of having a Polish firecracker. And for this next tutorial, everyone, we are going to be making the Spanish cracker. Now, everyone, the Spanish cracker is definitely something that is the most iconic. And since these are not real Spanish crackers, these are just decorations, we can make as many of them as we want. The first thing you'll need is one of these toilet paper rolls right here with just the little cardboard insert remaining, and you're gonna go ahead and cut down the middle right here so that all you have is just the tube, and fold the cardboard in more and maybe keep going till you're satisfactory with it. Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. Go ahead and I'll do that again, and I'll maybe go to the top right here and fold it over. For perfect measure, I'll do this one more time. Just slap a piece of tape on it in the middle. Really make sure it's just one good solidified tube. Doesn't have to be perfect once again, just like this. Now you're also going to need a square piece of paper. Now, because this tube is rather big, I'm going to need a larger piece of paper. I'd say a size right here is good for a tube just like this size. And remember, it has to be a perfect square as you see. Now to start, I'm just gonna take some very simple glue here. Go ahead and run that down the side of the tube. Now I can maybe pour some glue right here onto the paper right alongside the edge. And then take the Spanish cracker tube, make sure the paper is touching the glue just like this. Now what you should have is something like this that you guys are just gonna go ahead and fold over and leave some room for the tail right here. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and start folding the paper over. You know, obviously we're gonna wanna do this with some delicacy and care to make sure that our Spanish cracker looks super smooth. And by any means, this is nothing short of imperfect right here. There we go, with our paper creasing over just like so with some glue. So right now, guys, our tube is about right here in the paper. So this step is pretty important. What you're gonna do is make sure that your glue is creased along the tail really well, and then you're gonna find where the paper tube ends. So that's about right here. And give the tail a crease just like this. This makes it super easy to indent in the paper and give the tail a twist. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and push the twist inside the roll. There we go, everyone. There is the tail of our Spanish cracker. At this point, I can go ahead and get my fuse ready. Well, I think that's a pretty good size fuse right there, and we can go ahead and put him inside our Spanish cracker. Go ahead and fold our paper around our Spanish cracker, and wow, everyone, this is looking pretty sweet. Now, this is going to be the hard part, but watch carefully, as once you have the fuse in, you're going to go ahead and need to tie it off. I chose to use this beautiful glossy type of string. It's actually more like party ribbon right here. I'm going to go ahead and just tie my Spanish cracker now. Go. Made a nice little knot just like that. Look at that, guys. It looks so cute. Oh, the cutest thing in the whole world. Look at that. I don't even think I really need to make a loop-de-loop, do I? I guess we can do that just for fun. And there we have it, everyone. Look at that. That is so cute. Look at that, everyone. What a beautiful decoration indeed. And now we're gonna go ahead and build a couple small Spanish crackers. To do this, we're gonna take a square of cereal box just like this and just be noteworthy in our minds of how big this needs to be. Now, I recommend maybe getting some rectangles just like this. That way we can go ahead and create the tubes. Go ahead and simply just wrap the cardboard around just like so, and go ahead and tape them off. Once you're done, you should have a couple small tubes just like these. Now I can go ahead and prepare myself a couple pieces of paper just like this. We go along the piece of cardboard on the little tube. Now my piece of paper can go right over it just like this. Already give it the little twist, and look at that. Wow, just like the old times. Beautiful little Spanish cracker decoration. Got a couple pieces of fuse here, which I can go ahead and just gladly snip away. Really not getting carried away by the length whatsoever. And we can just go ahead and put our fuse right in there. Go ahead and give it a nice little twist like always. Wow, everyone. It looks like a real Spanish cracker. I mean, can you even believe this? It's so cool. Whoa, look and look at what we have here, everyone. Now, if any of you have a girlfriend, which I sadly don't, you can go ahead and take your Spanish cracker and just wrap it up in the nice pink tissue for her. And I think that she'll probably like this. Wow, everyone, look at how cute that is. I didn't even go ahead and add the glue yet. There we go. Has a super nice entry for the fuse right there. All right, well, on to the last little step here for her. Well, if you happen to have any ribbon right here, just as I do, you can go ahead, pull it nice and tight, and I'll just go ahead and create a little loop. A very special treat for a very special someone. I'm sure they will love it. Oh, that is so cute. And now, everybody, for the last project. Could you even believe what we are going to make today? This one's gonna be one of my absolute favorites if it comes out right. What if I told you that there was a way to build a strobe rocket 100% legally? Well, here we are for this last part. This one is probably my favorite, everybody. So the first thing you'll need is probably just a longer cylindrical can like this. It's okay if it's a Red Bull, that probably works too. Now for the heading, guys, I chose to just use some saran wrap, which you guys can find at any store, and I just made a nice little ball out of it. Now obviously that's a lot of saran wrap, so I would suggest maybe using a softball, something that's about this size, as you really want that authentic spherical rocket heading look. Anyways, I thought that was fine, so that's what I went with. Now what we're gonna do is actually really simple. We're gonna go ahead and take our glue and just run it along the can just like so. Once we've done that, it's a good idea to actually make it look like it is a rocket tube. So to do that, we can take some paper and simply just go over it just like this. Now obviously, everyone, this is not a real rocket, but we can improvise and do the best we can to make it look like one. Now how is that for a nice little tube right there. Now to attach the heading, there's a couple methods that I noticed and found that can make this easy. Now the easiest way to do it is to probably just take some ordinary Scotch tape, as you guys see. Maybe just go on the end of the tube that you're going to apply your heading to. Maybe I'll just go right there. I think that's fine. I can go ahead and just grab my heading, put it on there, and then I'll just take the tape. As you can see, guys, I'm kind of hemisphering the little dummy heading on there, and I'm just kind of taping it on there as best as I can. And now maybe take some extra tape, as you see here, and reinforce where the tape was applied at earlier. Now obviously everyone, this right here looks like junk, but that is the point. Remember, if you were ever pulled over or questioned, this is what the fire marshal would want to see, not a real rocket. And so now everyone, we can go ahead and get our heavy duty aluminum foil ready. It doesn't have to be heavy duty, use this type of aluminum foil. As you can see, I kind of just have a square of it right here like so. Now I can go ahead, everyone, and just place my aluminum foil down with the little strobe rocket going on it like so. Take both my corners and kind of just go like this. As you can see, it's already starting to look like the real thing. Well, look at that. Well, I made sure to kind of just crease the sides of the aluminum foil down so that it looks like the heading is actually assembled to the rocket just like this. Now for this last part, everybody, you're gonna need to go ahead and have a stick handy. Oh yeah, look at that. And well, everybody, the last part right here is just going to be to apply the fuse. So guys, right here, you can see the bit of fuse that I'm trying to put in there, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it and try to get it through. Now, once it is through, just like so, I can go ahead and fold the tap down, and you'll notice that it is held in place. Look at that, guys. We've got a strobe rocket. How cool is that? It may look like junk, but it is 100% legal. Once we've got that handy for our decorations, we can go ahead and grab the rest. Well, everyone, there are just endless possibilities that you could do with something like this. As stated earlier, you guys are certainly free to use any colors that you want to wrap your chapolas or Spanish crackers with. I just chose blue because I think it looks nice. We've even got this bigger Spanish cracker right here that looks so real. Well, I certainly hope that you guys enjoyed, and I really appreciate you for looking. Hope you guys have a great 4th of July season coming up. That sounded hollow. Wow, guys, look at that ginormous rocket right there.